Welcome everybody to Sheriff Skull Studios. It's Ravenwolf. We're doing another Friday deck list, and I gotta ask guys, if you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe for more stuff in the future. Comment down below what you think of the deck, if there's ways that you want to improve it, and I can always talk to y'all about it, get some interaction for the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, we're doing another tribal deck. This one's gonna be a little better than some of the others because of just how some of the cards are. There are a lot of pet cards in here, a lot of better options, stuff going around like that. And so who's ready to go crusading? Going for the commander, we have Kenrith, the Returned King. 1 white 4, legendary creature, human noble. Red, all creatures gain trample haste until end of turn. 1 in green, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. 2 in a white, target player loses 5 life. 3 in a blue, target player draws a card. And then 4 in a black, put target creature card from a graveyard on the battlefield under its owner's control. Then we have Invasion of New Capenna. When enters battlefield, you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. When you do, exile target artifact creature an opponent controls. It will flip the Holy Frazzle Cannon. Basically, whenever equipped creature attacks, put 1 counter on that creature, and each other creature you control that shares a creature type with it. So, yep, we're going to give our knights the Holy Hand Cannon. Going then to Invasion of New Phyrexia. And as battlefield, you create X 2/2 white blue knights with vigilance. It flips to Fury, Akosa of Zalfir. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. Good thing Kenrith wants us to do that. -2, get an emblem. Knights you control get +1/+0 and have ward 1. -3, tap X creatures you control. When you shuffle, target non-land permanent opponent controls with mana value X or less into its owner's library. So that -3 we really don't care about, but the -2 and the +1 are really great and get this card advantage. Going to our Planeswalkers, we have Dakin, Shadow Slayer. Will come in with counters equal to number of lands we control. +2 or Surveil, which will get his creatures into our graveyard that Kenrith can get back. -3 is exile a creature, so he has removal. You may put an artifact card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield, which was more recursion. We have Estrid the Mask, is to protect our commander, and will get us some ramp when we enchant our lands. Because the +2 is untap each enchanted permanent you control. -1, create a mask aura. It gives that permanent totem armor. Put the top 7 cards of your library into your graveyard. Put all non-aura enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then do the same for aura cards. Then we have Giadrone Dihada. Protection from permanents with corruption counters. Each opponent loses 2 life. You gain 2 life. Put a corruption counter on up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Gain -3 is gain control of target creature or planeswalker. Untap it, put corruption counter on it. It gains haste. -7 is gain control of each permanent with a corruption counter on it. Mostly this is for the life gain, stuff like that. We have Xenagos the Reveler, which is going to get us mana for each creature we control. We can 0 them out to make your creature, and then we can -6 exile the top 7 cards of your library. You may put a number of creature link cards from them onto the battlefield. Mostly it's going to be for that +1 because we're going to be trying to put as many knights on the battlefield as possible. We have a Dune Oakenshield. Green, red, black, tap. Put a creature from your graveyard into your hands. Oriel, Knight of Windgrace, will make us knights, and then we can also tap them to remove target creature. Bloodline Pretender will make our knights ETB with counters. Cavalier basically is removal, and then is also graveyard recursion when it dies. Cavalier of Flame will boost all our creatures, give them haste. And will also let us cycle our hand, which means we're going to discard our creatures and draw more cards. And then it is also burn damage when it dies. Cavalier of Night enters the battlefield, is removal. When it dies, we return target creature card and convert mana cost 3 or less from our graveyard to the battlefield, so it's recursion. Cavalier of Thorns, ETBs, it will get us lands. And when it dies, it'll give us a creature from our graveyard to the top of our deck. Mostly, though, it is a May, though. Yeah, he's the only one that exiles itself. That's bad. But he gets us lands when it ETBs. Dragon Soul Knight is the first strike. It becomes a 7/5 with flying trample. A really good knight that once we get the mana. Executor God of the Tree is a mana dork, but mostly we play it for the bridge. Because on our upkeep, we get to reveal cards out of the library until we get creature or planeswalker, and we just put it on the battlefild. Sworn Adjudicator is going to be a knight that is also removal. Hakon, Stromgold Scourge, is something that we want to put him in the graveyard, and we want to cast him from the graveyard, and he will let us cast our knights from the graveyard. Hatham Kinway, protection from assassins. He will Anthem our other knights, give him protection from assassins, which really doesn't matter. And then he is also pseudo removal when he ETBs for our opponent's stuff. Aspiring Veteran will Anthem all our knights. Gerard of Closed Fist is just a knight I really think is just cool as an old card. I love the design. Juniper Order Ranger, well, a knight that will himself get bigger, and he will make our knights ETB with counters. Cansbell Cavalier will give all our knights double strike. Knight of Autumn basically is either removal, life gain, or it comes in play with counters. Knight of Dusk is some creature that if we attack with it after its anthem, opponents will try and block it, and we can pay 2 black, destroy whoever's blocking it. Knight of Valor is flanking, and it can also basically get rid of indestructible stuff blocking it, because we can pay the bottom ability multiple times to give each creature blocking it -1/-1. Oh, never mind. It can only be activated once. My bad. It's on the bottom line of text. But he can do flanking twice, essentially. Kolroth Knight has Wither. Creatures opponents control with counters on them can't attack or block. Jimdol's Paladin. Based on our upkeep, we can discard a card. And we draw a card. No, we have to discard a card, or we sack him and draw a card. And then, if any creatures block him, he gets +6/+3. And he's not blocked, he deals no damage to every player. The player loses 4 life. And it cannot be prevented or counter this ability. So, yeah. So if he becomes blocked, he becomes a 6/6, which I think is pretty funny. And if he becomes blocked after we Anthem, they also lose more life. So, Metallic Mimic, make our knights come into play with counters on them. Moonshade Cavalier is going to be our Craterhoof Behemoth for our knights. Sworn Knight. Basically a knight that we are just going to keep swinging with. And he keeps coming to play with counters and more counters. Progenitor Mimic will ETB as a copy of one of our knights. And it will also make copies of them. Rookmill Biologist will make Knight Slivers. Sadar Jabari of Zalfir. When he attacks... Oops, I'm hitting...